Hello, I'm Aifel, and let's talk more about Maestro and percussion. This time we start with the same MIDI as in the previous video, and I have made two parts for the melody, and I would like some drums. So I'm gonna make a new part. I'm gonna choose drums, and before I do that, notice that when I have Lute of Ages selected, the tracks here are in white, except for drums. The standard drum kit, it's in gray, and that's because you would normally not put a Lute of Ages on a drum kit. So I select drums, and the opposite will be the case. The drum kit will be white and the other will be grayed out. Now, this is not some limit that Maestro puts on you. You can actually put a lute on the drum kit, and you can put a drum on the orchestra harp if you want to. So it's just a suggestion. So if you select here, then we'll see that it works pretty much like the others, except we now, instead of having pitch in the vertical, we have the different drum sounds. Even though drum is one instrument in Lotto, it can play many drum sounds. And what we have here in yellow to the left is the MIDI sounds. And then we have if they are enabled, and then we have the Lotto drum sounds. So if we try and play the song now, then we have some percussion. So for example, if I want to have a lot of rattles in this song, you can see there's already 4 of them as rattles. Then I just choose some different rattles. And then I can choose to, I don't want to play the last notes here. Those from the bass drum, I'll just switch them off. And then I have the rattles. And so that's just how it works. Besides from that, it works pretty much like the same with you have volume, and you don't have transposing of octaves, of course. So there's one thing about volumes though that you will probably notice that these volumes are not the same. It might be a little hard to see, but some of the volumes are taller than the other ones. And that's simply because in MIDI you can assign volume or velocity as it's called to every single note. So when you have your slider here and you adjust it relative to what the MIDI is dictating of volume. So if I put it entirely to the right, they will all be at maximum, and entirely to the left, they will all be at minimum, and in between, they follow relative to what the MIDI has set. The same goes for the other non-drum tracks, but in the here we have a note here. If you notice it, this one, it has a lower volume than the others. You can see how it works here. And when I go all the way to the left, they all get to a minimum. And when I go all the way to the right, they all get to maximum. So be careful, there is some MIDI instruments that is not chromatic. With that I mean they don't follow the normal pitch rules as notes do. So that's for example taiko drum. So if you see a taiko drum, you probably don't want to put a lute on it unless you really know what you're doing. Um, You might want to put a drum on it. You can try. If I put a drum on a chromatic instrument, then it works just as if I put drum on it. You just see here that's notes, that's the ABC notation for notes. So this is a D3 sharp, for example, the bottom one here, and that's assigned to rimshot. I can give it tambourine instead, so this note will place as tambourine, and maybe I just want that. So at the end I want a tambourine, and then I do like this, and then I have a song that when I play it and it comes to the end, I will hear the tambourine. So that's how that works. Now you can make drums also. See you in another episode.